Alright, so I was talking a bunch of smack about how I like to make pizza with Vince Olshavy and John St. Ange in the Academy meeting, but I do things so much differently than I originally had done in the videos when I made my original pizzas. So I'm just going to do a little update on some of the newer pizza techniques. Because I have a couple new little tricks and little advancements from when I originally posted those videos, so I'll show those to you today. Stretching the dough and prepping the dough is pretty much the same. I just have a little flour or semolina on a cutting board here, and then I'm just pressing the dough down gently, not to press down the edges of the dough because that's where the crust is going to be. I'm going to flip it over, rub some more flour in there, and flatten it out. And as you can see, I've had these doughs rising. This is another dough I'm going to make tonight. I have them in these little bowls with Saran Wrap, and I keep them in the fridge. I do that, I rise them for 48 hours. So you're just pressing down the dough, and then you're just pressing down from the center to the edge, and it kind of pushes the air to the edge of the crust. And there is the nice side of the dough, which is the top of the dough ball. That's going to be the bottom of the pizza, because that actually is the smoothest and slides easy in the pizza. And so you're actually going to put that back on the bottom here, and that's going to be always going to be the bottom of your pizza, which was the top part that was in the bowl there. It always comes out the smoothest. Okay, so you're pressing it down really well without pressing the crust. You're almost forming a crust when you're pressing down the edge. See this, Richie, here? And Richie's going to help me put some cheese on here. And so you're going to slowly rotate and stretch at the same time. And then just going to rotate a little bit here. Just rotating and pinching and rotating, pinching and rotating. And this is when you get to be the fun pizza guy here. And you get to stretch and rotate. Stretch, stretch. And this is not going to make a huge pizza. It's going to be anywhere from 13 to 15 inches. Today I think it's going to be a little bit on the smaller side because I ran out of actual flour when I was making this. So I had to make these a little bit smaller. And so I'm basically even holding it up to the light. And I'm trying to see the thin spots and the thick spots. And as you rotate through, you see the dough is getting nice and stretched out. And if you go too thin, then you make a hole in the dough. And even if you don't make a hole in the dough and you go too thin, it makes light spots on the dough. And one thing I forgot here while I was chit-chatting was to dust the pizza peel with the flour, which I'll do real quick there. You need to work fast too, because if the dough is wet and it sticks to the peel, then it won't come off the peel when you put it in the oven. So now that we got the peel of the dough on the peel, you just kind of take it to form here.
Daddy, what flour? This flour, this flour.
That's cheese. This is fresh mozzarella cheese. In my other video, I had sliced cheese that I was using. It was just the regular stuff you got in the package, and I put that on the cheese. This I have fresh mozzarella, and I cut it into little cubes. And Richie here is going to help me put this on the pizza. I'll put the cheese on first. It's kind of weird to do that. But here you go, Richie. Come on, put them on here. Put them on nice and get them all over the place. Actually, here, Richie, let's try a different technique today, too. Let's try this out. Let's try it this time. We'll just have some fun. And we'll put the sauce down first here. We'll see how this comes out. What I'm going to do is do it traditional style here.
Oh, yeah!
I like them both ways. I like putting the cheese down first, and sometimes I put the sauce down first. It really doesn't make a difference. Actually, it affects kind of how the cheese cooks. If you put the sauce down after you put the cheese, it kind of makes the pizza look like a calico kind of pizza. It kind of looks cool. I think it makes it look a little authentic. This will be a little bit more of a traditional style looking pizza if you put the sauce down first. This is fresh San Marzano tomato. In my other video, I think I mentioned how I take whole tomatoes, whether they're from California or Italy, and I would put them in a mill, which I have right here. I fresh milled these. I use this tomato mill here today, and these are fresh San Marzano tomatoes, or whole tomatoes. Put them in the mill, and you get this, you get this beautiful sauce. So anyway, I have the sauce laid out in the pizza. Now we're going to put the cheese. Come on, Richie, come on, help me out. You're going to put these all over, just random distribution. It doesn't have to be pretty. I like the cubes. If you do them really super thin, the cheese cooks too fast. If you do super cubes, cubes about this size here, about a little bit over a half-inch size, they actually melt really slow and they don't burn, and it slows the cooking process down a little bit. And this is about 150 grams of cheese. The dough ball weighs about 410 grams, and I'm using about 5 to 6 ounces of sauce on this pizza. That's enough, Richie. That looks good. Pretty.
But
Okay?
there's still
Yeah,
more.
we'll have some left over, that's fine. And I'm just going to take it and just do a little sprinkle of fresh Parmesan cheese right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give this a little shake. We don't want this pizza sticking to the peel. So here, if it sticks to the peel and I shoot it in the oven, then it's game over, no more pizza. I'm going to take this. This has been at 550, and once the oven reached 550, I let it heat for another 90 minutes on top of that. So this oven's been on for over 2 hours. We're going to take the pizza and we're going to shoot it on the stone, close it, and then we're going to cook it. And then we'll end the video here, and then we'll start a new video when this is done cooking.